Hey there, it's Cheryl from Determined to Thrive, and I am out on my back patio and it's finally cooled down in Texas summer heat, but probably only because it decided it was going to rain. So I am taking advantage of the nice cool weather. Some of my other videos we've talked about, we've started the 7 baby steps to financial freedom from Dave Ramsey, and we are just now finishing up month 1. But really haven't started on the actual baby steps. We're just getting used to doing a budget and recording it and seeing where our money is going. So it has just prompted a lot of questions about how we do save money. And so I just wanted to be able to share those few things with you. The first thing is to reduce your monthly bills. Our monthly bills really aren't a lot compared to other people, because years ago we decided we were going to get rid of a lot of different things we just didn't need. We were able to reduce our auto insurance and got a new quote on that, and we are able to spend a good $50 a month on our car insurance just by switching to another company that happened to give us a better rate this month. Every 6 months we're able to go in and get a new quote, and whoever is the cheapest, it may not be the same company, but whoever's the cheapest, that's who we go with. We live in the state of Texas and we're deregulated with our electricity, so we are able to go to websites like powertochoose.org and put in our zip code and find the cheapest rate. A programmable thermostat. Right now we do have a programmable one, it's just not a really updated one. What we're looking to do is to change our system over to the Nest or something similar to that, so that we could control it a lot easier. Right now during the summer we keep it at one temperature all the time because it's so hot here, but fluctuating your temperature will raise your electricity bill. Here we get really warm during the afternoons especially, but it's over 100 degrees pretty much every day. We make sure that we cover up where the sun comes into our house. So in the afternoons, the sun comes in towards the back of the house. Our pool is scorching hot, our backyard's scorching hot, and the back side of our house is scorching hot. So we make sure that we're covering those windows to make sure that the sun's not coming in, and make as much shade as possible, and it cools our house down a little bit. We also have fans blowing all the time so that we can cool down the house and help the air conditioning so that it's not working as hard. Another way besides our bills that we save on entertainment costs. So years ago we decided that we were not going to pay for cable anymore. These days we just use things like Netflix and Amazon Prime, and we've experimented with Hulu, but that's an option. We also have an Apple TV that we're able to get some things through. So we use those kinds of things, Jelly Telly, and kind of regulate. Now we don't have all those things all the time at the same time because that would be just as expensive as cable, but we've experimented with different things, and we may use, Netflix for a few months and then we turn it off or deactivate our account and go use something else for a few months. We rent from Redbox. We will get a code every once in a while to get that cheaper, but even then it's $1 or $1.50 to rent a movie. Rent something from iTunes or Amazon, and then that way I don't forget to take it back in. And we do that instead of going to the movie theater most of the time because it's very expensive for the 6 of us to go to the movie theater. I've recently been renting or borrowing a lot of DVDs, audiobooks, and books from the library. And we save a lot of money by not purchasing those things and not renting those things. We like Groupon.com, and we will go and search Groupon and see what kinds of offers that they have. Some of the movie theaters will offer different programs, and they will offer some older movies that are not brand new, but there's some older kid movies usually, and they'll play them at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and they're only $1 or $2 or something like that. But those are always options and fun things to do just to have something to do. The other thing that we do to help cut back on costs of entertainment around here is we look for programs that we can do something to earn a discounted museum ticket or discounted water park passes. During the summer, our library was offering buy one adult and get one child museum tickets. We haven't used them yet, but we earned them. And then we also were able to earn our local water park tickets free by doing the reading program at the local library. Okay, so the other thing that we save a lot of money are on health and fitness type of things. We are cutting out all the gym memberships. They're expensive and we don't always get to go. We have an elliptical here at the house that we can use. There are tons of other ways to get exercise, so you don't have to necessarily have a gym membership and spend the money on that. I mean, we have a pool. We can get a lot of exercise in the pool. We can walk down to the park that's barely 5 minutes away. We can ride bikes. We can walk around the neighborhood. There's just lots of things. We can go to trampoline parks. You can get a trampoline. We don't have room at this house to have one, but we've had them in the past, and they're a lot of fun and a lot of great exercise. We also will take advantage of flex spend with our health insurance, or our employment. Companies will offer that, and flex spend is just so that at the end of the year, where you're preparing for the following year, you'll just kind of tally up all the things that you think you're going to use for deductibles and out-of-pocket expenses that you're going to use for medical expenses, and you tally those up and put that in, submit that in with your health insurance and your flex spend plans, so that you have those available for the following year. So every time you go in and use a co-payment for the doctor's office, or get a prescription, you can go in and submit those receipts. You pay for it ahead of time, or you pay for it at the time, and then you submit those receipts and they reimburse you for it. So really what it's doing is just giving you it's reducing your taxable income, because it's taking it out before it taxes for your income, and then you're able to get reimbursed slowly throughout the year for it. The other thing that is totally obvious, but we really don't think about it, is to just eat better. I mean, cutting out things that you're not supposed to be eating, like sodas and sugars and candies and ice cream and all that kind of stuff. For a lot of people, gluten, and just eating better and drinking the right things, getting exercise, getting enough sleep, and taking care of yourself can really help you save money, because then you're not sick, or you don't have to be on that medication, or you're feeling a lot better to be able to do other things, and it's saving you money. And of course, then you're not spending the money on all the junk and things that you're not supposed to be putting in your body anyways. We have invested in essential oils, and really with a lot of different things, especially eating better and taking better care of ourselves, we haven't needed to go to the doctor. We don't need prescription. None of us are on prescriptions right now, but we do use essential oils. So when we do get sick, or we need things for like allergies, we use essential oils instead. And then of course, going along with that, don't go to the doctor unless you have to. We've learned over the years that for the most part, we can self-diagnose, and then we also have access to doctors on call through our health insurance. Making a quick phone call, giving them the symptoms, and they would tell you, what you need to do from that point. But for the most part, as you get more experience, you kind of know this is just a virus. It's going to pass. You go to the doctor. It's annoying. You have to sit and wait. You're dragging your kids that don't feel very good just to hear that it's a virus. We can't do anything about it. Go home and sleep and drink fluids. So we've been able to avoid doctor's visits and doctor's co-pays because we are able to just make those kinds of decisions. Now, when it's needed to go to the doctor, then we need to go to the doctor. But and then also making choices on when to go to your family doctor. Also making a decision on when to go to a Care Now clinic versus the emergency room. For most things, you can go to a Care Now clinic and pay. Ours is a $200 difference between a Care Now clinic and going to the emergency room. So just be wise and ask yourself what really needs to happen, and it will save you money in the long run. See, it's starting to get dark and we're losing our light here. Look to see where you can save some money, and hopefully I'll be able to come back with some other tips on how we've been able to cut back and save for our large family. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.